everyone. Today we're going to talk about Mexico all-inclusive travel, and many people have asked me about, what it is, what does an all-inclusive mean, and so we're going to dive into that. But just by way of introduction, my name is Sharon, and I do weekly tips on relationships and travel. And last week I did Dubai. Today we're doing Mexico, all inclusive. So let's get right into that. So the question that most people ask me about Mexico is it safe? And I would just say that we've been there 3 times and I have felt extremely safe. Having said that, I do go to the resorts, kind of stay at the resorts, go to the nearest town, which we're going to go into later on. And so I would say if you are going to a resort, I think that safety should not be an issue. I can't say for the rest of if you're traveling, on the other parts of Mexico, but certainly the resorts are very, very safe. So another question I often get is people ask me, when should I go to Mexico? And so I usually say, we go sort of in the low season, because that's where you get the best prices, you get value for your buck, and it's not as crowded as it usually is in the peak time. So we go in June, the first week of June, and the temperatures are about 30 degrees, which was great for me. I love warm temperatures, and it didn't really get much hotter than 30 degrees. So that is something that you can manage then, But having said that, the low season is May to June and September to November. So those are the months that you can look at for the low season. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what is an all-inclusive. So really, an all-inclusive really, it means that you're paying one amount, and that amount would include your airfare, your ground transportation from the airport to the hotel, and then of course when you go back, it will take you back to the airport when you're finished your stay. It also includes all of your food and your accommodation at the hotel. So really everything that you can think of while you are at the hotel is included in that one amount. Now, of course, it doesn't include anything extras like spa. If you're going to the spa, you're going to have to pay for that separately. But if you are just talking about, if we're talking about just what, on a high level, what does that mean? What you pay is what you get. And so, we've tried different hotels, and the one hotel that we have come up with it, really we enjoyed our stay, and I'm not getting any sponsorship for this, is Hotel Riu, and we're going to talk about that just in a little while. So the one thing that I really love in Vancouver, Canada, is that it's a 5-hour flight to Mexico. I love going to Puerto Vallarta, and we've been there more than once, and it's a 5-hour flight, and I just love the fact that it's short. You're there and you're right at your destination within such a short time. We have used Sunwing as our provider, and they've been pretty good so far. So I'm not going to, once again, I'm not getting a sponsorship from them, but, they were pretty good. So what do you do before you leave? Of course, visas are always important. So for those living in Canada and the United States, You don't have to apply for any visa. I don't know any other country. You might just want to check where you're coming from, which country you're coming from, and if you do need a visa for that particular country. So for Canadians, there's no visa involved. I always love that. It's so super convenient. So what do you do before you leave in terms of just packing the right clothing? Obviously, it's always going to be warm and hot, and so you want to pack light clothes. The one thing you might want to do is that a lot of the hotels offer a lot of entertainment, and so there are some opportunities for dress up. So you want to put in one or two really smart casual, as much as what you like to put in, but those smart casual outfits that you can use when you are there. Some of the hotels come with themed things, so you might want to shop around to see, if you're going to a hotel where there is a theme, and so you might want to dress up, take stuff with for that theme. And then the next thing is, even though you're not going to be spending any money at the resort, we always take with some dollars for tips, so that you can just leave a tip for any housekeeping or any of the waiters, and you go to the restaurants and stuff at the hotel, you just might want to leave a small tip. So that might be something that you just might want to just be aware of and take along with you. So when you get to the airport at Puerto Vallarta, it's a modern airport. It has, it's a very busy, especially when flights come in. Obviously, people are going to the resorts and stuff. So prepare yourself for a very busy entry into a very busy airport. One of the things that you need to be aware of. So, once you get through immigration and you've got your bags, and once you leave the airport, you are going to be surrounded by just hordes of people vying for your attention. People wanting to entice you to this and that, and this package and that package, and it'll take you to your hotel and all that. So you need to be very vigilant, and so just keep going. If you're going, like in my case, we went with Sunwing, so we walked like straight past to where the buses are, these tour buses where you just look for the Sunwing representative, and they will show you which bus to get on for your particular hotel that you need. And in that way, you're going to get to your hotel, that the correct hotel. So don't get enticed by any of that pulling, and it can be quite overwhelming, but you just walk straight and find those buses and your representative or wherever you bought your ticket from. So once you get into your bus, and they will drop off people at different hotels. Once you get to your hotel, and in our case, we went to Hotel Riu, and I must just say that, and once again, I'm not getting any sponsorship for Hotel Riu, but I must just say that this has been an amazing find. It's hard to, when you are looking at these different offers that come through on, when you're on Facebook or through your inbox, and you get sort of all of these different hotels that's coming up on offer or reduced prices, and you're just like, what is a good hotel? And I must just say, Hotel Riu just really ticks so many of the boxes, and I'm just going to go through just a little bit about it. Number one is the accommodation is really, it's first class. The hotels that we went to, most of them almost practically new, renovated, and so it's neat, it's clean, and really very stylish, as you can see in some of the photos that I'm bringing up. This is the kind of the hotel that we went to in Puerto Vallarta, and this one was in Nuevo Vallarta. So, secondly, is the food. The quality of the food I found was really first class. And so when you get to the hotel, you will find that they have different venue on the premises. They have like various restaurants that they have, that you can have your meals at. So they have an Asian cuisine restaurant, they'll have an Italian, a French, a Mexican, and then they'll have the American steakhouse restaurant where you can get your steaks and stuff. So all of these restaurants, and then they'll have one sort of general one where it's kind of, they have little bits of every kind of restaurant, so all the different foods. There's just an amazing display and of just food to your heart's content. Obviously, it's buffet, so though the general one is like a buffet, the little restaurants, the more specific ones are they'll have a waiter and they'll serve you. So the food, as I said, is excellent, and they have almost everything that you would want, for different meals. So one of the things that I really loved about Riu is their entertainment. So they have on-site entertainment every single evening. And for me, this was amazing. And every night it was a different kind of entertainment. And so all you needed, after dinner, you just go over to where the entertainment was taking place. They also have all these themed parties where people dress up in different colors, and and people come ready. They are regulars. They come and they just, they decide to one thing else. Really, if you don't want to go, there's always an alternative. You don't have to go to the parties that always provide an alternative. So lots to on offer right on the premises. And I would just say that, so we were at the all-inclusive adult hotel, and this basically meant that we were previously at the all family, and so the meals would have some of the, if you're going to an all family one, the family one had, meals that would also be catered to children, and likewise the entertainment in the evenings were for the kids, early evening, and then only later on was the entertainment for adults. Whereas at the all-adult hotel, is really geared for that target population. So I would just say, I just found that it really worked so well for us. And so if that's what you're looking for, I would say if you, so just be aware that they do offer these various packages and different facilities that offer obviously different kind of things at the different venues. One of the things that I also loved about Riu is that they have, because it's such a huge complex, they have different entertainment happening, and so you can actually go to whichever entertainment. If you are hotel guests, you can go to another one of their chain and go for the entertainment there. So, you have options. And so I just really found that to be quite nice to have as another option. So, once you get to the hotel, you've checked in, you've gone to your room, you've settled in, sort of take a walk around the hotel, see what they have to offer, go and, have a drink, and just have a look at what's on offer. One of the things that you might want to check out is if you have extra money that you have put aside for a special event. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what you can do. So at the hotels, they have these vendors who are essentially, they will give you information of day packages that you can do. So sort of activities that you can do, and priced according to what you would like to do. One of the things that we did was that was on offer at the time that we were there. They offered a free day sort of tour of Puerto Vallarta, and they'll take you around for the entire day. And it included a tasting, a tequila tasting, which really was excellent. We found that the information that the tour guide was able to give was just spot on. I mean, obviously they take you to the markets where they, encourage for you to buy something small. You're not forced to buy anything, but I mean, just they do take you to different places, and I mean, it's always up to you whether you want to buy anything. So I would say, if you're on a budget, and me, I love traveling on a budget. It's so you'd want to look out for an asthma, because obviously they're not going to always tell you that there are these free tours that you can do in Puerto Vallarta. So check in whether that's still available. One of the things that I would say, if you do have some spare cash and you are wanting to just spoil yourself, maybe, you're celebrating an anniversary, or, you've just graduated, or you've just got that job promotion and you just want to spoil yourself. I would recommend Rhythm of the Night. If you are in Puerto Vallarta, Rhythm of the Night is a wonderful sort of experience, absolutely amazing. So what it is it's on an island, sort of just 45-minute boat ride from the port of Puerto Vallarta, and so it's a 45-minute boat ride to this island, and it's kind of that island where it gives you that survivor kind of vibe, and so they provide you with dinner. So the price will include the boat ride, a dinner, and then the show. And so if you are at the hotel, they will also provide you with accommodation from the hotel to where where you get the boat to go to this island. And so it's all inclusive, and you pay sort of one price, but it's such a magical evening. I would absolutely highly recommend it. If you're able to spoil yourself, this is the one thing that you would want to spoil yourself on. Some of the other things, I mean, Puerto Vallarta is so well equipped with so many activities that you can do. If you're into scuba diving, if you're into zip lining, if you're into ATVs, if you just want to take some hikes, wine tasting, tequila tasting, and just, so many different sunset cruises, this cruise, that cruise. I mean, you name it. But beware, if you're on a budget, stick to your budget. If you have got some cash to spoil yourself with, I would say, choose one or two other things that you can spoil yourself with. One of the other inexpensive things that you can spoil yourself with is, so on the beaches, they have these women who have like a massage kind of setup. And really, I have done the massages on most of them, and quite a few of them, and it's really outstanding. The last time I paid was $30 a massage, and so it's really that's 30 American dollars. I would say it was really worthwhile. You're right on the beach, so you can hear the ocean, and it's so relaxing. That's something that you enjoy. I would just recommend it, and what a way to just spoil yourself at a time where you are just being, where you are just relaxing. Lots of time to take long walks on the beaches, beautiful evenings, just stunning evenings, beautiful sunsets, and just awesome time that you can just spend with yourself or with a group. I've seen lots of groups of women, of men, different parties coming for all kinds of celebrations. It just looks like one of those areas, those things that you can do with yourself or with others. I think that, I absolutely love Mexico. I will go back whenever I can. And so I hope that you found this useful, and please leave a comment for me. I'd love to hear from you. In the next few weeks, I'm going to start a series on the relationship side, dating in your 50s, and that's going to be quite exciting. It's really taking a deep dive into what you need to do to equip yourself when you are dating in your 50s. So please look out for that, and so please hit that subscription button if you haven't yet. I really appreciate that, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.